Hi everyone, it's Rachel here and I'm ready to do my video. Let me start by apologizing. Yesterday I completely forgot to link JD's channel or the videos that I had watched, and I have done it. So the links are in the video, yesterday's video. I put them up this morning. I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning with a flash that I had forgotten to link her video. So I do apologize. I apologize to JD, and I apologize to everybody else who might have been looking for the links to her channel. Now today we're doing day, I don't know what, let me tell you, I lose track of time. Let's blame it on the COVID. Today is day 21. This suggestion was by Rhonda, and it's Stevie Nicks' song Leather and Lace. It's a fantastic song, so maybe I'll find a link to the song. I love that song. I love Stevie Nicks. Anyway, so I listened to the song, and I watched it listened to it on YouTube with the words. And I don't have any leather. I actually don't have any leather, so the leather part is not going to be done today. But what I took from the song, she says, I think she says, you give me your leather and you take my lace. So you're taking my lace. But no, it's not going to all be lace. But the song is also, I took it as a couple declaring their love for each other. So I thought, what came to mind? Lace hearts. So what I thought I might do is, I'm going to collage this page. It's going to have a mix of paper and lace. It's going to be a mix. I've tidied up my desk now. Do you think I'll be able to find anything? Probably not. I've got my pieces of paper here. I'm going to collage this nice big piece of paper here. And we're going to put a mix of things. And then I'll show you what we'll do. So I'm just going to grab some book pages of different types and colours, ready for collaging. Now, my sister was very cheeky this morning. She said, you didn't put a photo. Well, I didn't put a photo, Sass, because it was an interpretation of a fond memory, and the fond memory was in Rome, so I didn't put a photo. Anyway, because you're doing photographs, I'm not doing the photographs. So, and of course, we should have some of these doilies because they're lacy. They're very lacy, so they can be glued down. I've got things falling on my feet. It's very warm outside today. It is very warm. It's almost like summer. So it's a lovely day, but we can't go anywhere. We might even put some of these down with the stamping from In Love Arts. And we might have some of this. And I'll bring over my colourful one, but I'm not sure that I'll add colour. Oh, get off my foot, would you? There we go. Right, so I'm going to start off with paper, and then I'm going to layer it up. So I think you know me, I like to start with my, excuse me, I just had a coffee and it made me kind of hiccup. You know when you, draws your breath in? That's just what happened. So I guess I'm kind of going to be making some embellishments, and if there's time at the end of the video, let me see what time it is. Okay, just so I can check. But I kind of always get a feeling when I've been about an hour. It's not that I have to stop when it's an hour. It's just more being mindful of you guys. Maybe I don't want to use that paper. It's just being more mindful of you guys that maybe you might not want to sit there for 3 hours and watch my video. Now, when you're starting off with a big background like that, it's a good idea to... Don't start off with the little teeny tiny mini pieces, because you'll be there all day sticking them down. Get a good coverage with some larger bits and pieces. Now I know I've said this before, but there are lots of new people. So don't start off with all these teeny tiny mini bits. Can you imagine? It'd drive you bananas, and then trying to coordinate it all. You won't enjoy it. So I always start off with bigger pieces. Like so, and then just stick them down, and as you go, get a fairly good coverage. Tear that off. Oh, now I really want to do start doing the family album. So I sent an email to my dad with all the photographs that I'm not sure who the people are. I know some, like, I've known in the past who they are, but I can't remember, because you know me, I don't remember things. And so I've sent him this email, and my dad will not be impressed. You know, but I wrote to him, I said, I'm giving you something to do, Dad. You're meant to be social distancing, so you can answer my email. So I sent him, I've only sent him half the photographs that I have, so 20. And I've written, and who's this? And who is this? And who is this? He's not going to be impressed, is he, sir? He probably won't. He hasn't answered me. He probably won't answer me. That's what he does. If he doesn't like, he's a bit like me. You know, anything that well, no, not that I don't want to answer. It's just if I put, sometimes I put things in the too hard box, and it takes me a while to get around answering because I have to think about it. But yeah, so anyway, let's see. And one of you, I can't remember who, thank you so much. I love that solution. I asked Dad, can you draw me a floor plan of the house that you spent your infancy in, if you can remember, because what was it like? And I said, can you remember what it was like? I think he might get a kick out of that question, because I know that he and my aunts, they really loved that house. They really did. And so, yeah, I think my grandparents moved then down to Melbourne, because I think, I don't know when, I'll have to ask my aunt. She probably knows better than my dad. But they had sold the house, and the house was, I think it was knocked down in the 60s, before, you know, the National Trust was really, you know, started protecting houses because they were being knocked down and the land was being developed. And so, so yeah, it got knocked down. My grandparents didn't knock it down. Other people did, which is a real shame. I think my dad always seems quite sad that it's not there anymore, if you ask him about it. And yeah, because I think they really, really loved that house. It was lovely. It was old and lovely, and that's nice. There we're getting paper lace. This is paper lace. Can do with a bit of paper lace. I'm getting bogged down in the details, and I haven't finished covering the background. Nothing to do with hearts yet. Love. Well, there's no, I mean, it doesn't have to be hearts. That's just my interpretation. I'm going to put that there. And then I need to get some more bits and pieces to cover it. And the goal is not to use, you know, all the same papers. I need to get some more of that book. I love that book. What will I do when it's finished? And I know here floating around, I might have shoved them back in there. Look at the teeny tiny type on this. I just love it. So, oh, I didn't tear it big enough. Well, I'll put it there. So what have I done today? I've been doing stuff. Oh, what have I been doing? I answered comments from the other videos the other day. I haven't answered yesterday's comments yet. I went out and shopped now just before the shop shut, because there was like a huge line all morning. I've made Lulu lunch. I haven't had lunch, but that's okay. I'm just going to have something light for lunch today. Put that there. I don't know where my morning's gone today. I've been doing stuff. I just don't know what. Oh, I changed the bed. Doing washing. Oh, yeah, all that boring stuff. That's what I've been doing. Because it needs to be done. I need to mop the floors. That's a job that needs to be done. I'll do that sometime today. What else? That one there. Oh, and then my brother rang, and so anyway, that was nice. We all spoke, all four of us, so that was fun. I saw my cute little nephews. Oh, my older nephew, and I saw even one of the cute youngest ones. That's always fun. And I don't know what else. The day just disappears. It really does. I could even just glue one of these down in that patch. I think it probably will cover it all. Just. No, it doesn't. So I need to put something there. Well, I'll stick. What will I stick there? Piece of this. This is a piece of something recycled. Oh, and I yesterday in my videos, I heard drops from the ceiling. It wasn't from the ceiling. There's no leakage, just in case you were concerned. It's gross. I have to. I've thrown out that bit of paper that it dropped on. I think it was a stink bug. They drop stuff. Oh, so we got rid of the stink bug. It's a goner. It's flushed down the loo. Sorry, stink bug. I feel bad. Hurting nature things, but they're not that nice. There is a bit of a myth going around that they bite too, but I don't know if that's true. Does anybody know? Do stink bugs bite? Anyway, that was the only thing that was in here that I could see, and it did a dropping on my piece of paper. I was not impressed. I had to call Stefano in, and then we saw it. So not impressed with that. So now I'm going to have the paranoid thing on. Lulu too. She goes bananas when there's a stink bug. Don't you, Lulu? Oh, I think she's got headphones on. I said, don't you go crazy when there are stink bugs? Yeah. She goes, yeah, I do. She doesn't like them. Well, who does? I don't. What about a piece of this going across? Oh, but you can see the white underneath. That's what I don't want. Well, I could put a piece of this first. Why don't we put a piece of this? I need to use this. I always forget about it. Oh. Okay. I'm sure you're wondering what is she doing? What is she doing with all of that beige? Well, you know, it's lace. Lace reminds me of beige. Lace is, you know, white and beige and simple. Oh, and someone commented that she was enjoying Sarah's videos, and she wrote, "Not as chatty as you," and I had to have a giggle at that, because when I was talking to my sister the other day, we even we both said that. Sarah said, "Oh, I said I can't do the music and the shorter videos," and she said, "No, but that's you. You're chatty." She said, "I'm not chatty like you, so I don't want to do chatty videos." And I said, "Isn't it funny how we're different?" So hit the nail on the head. Okay, so that's covered. So then I can put my, what was I putting on this? I was going to put a piece of this. Can you believe that a person can forget from 1 second to the other? I might tear that off, because that can go somewhere else. And I'll put that there. I'm almost, but you can see I'm just justifying myself here. You can see the pattern paper underneath. Okay, so I have to put the glue on here, because it's that horrible doily stuff, and the glue goes all through the perforations. It's terrible. Lacerates your glue, and you get glue everywhere, and it all becomes very sticky. Okay, so poor Steph, he's up at work, and well, he's getting used to it. It was a bit of a shock going back to work. He is getting used to it, but he said he had to go to a building site. They're all open now. They've opened up as of this week, I think. And he had to go and take measurements, and I don't know, a survey sort of thing, like, I don't know. He had to take measurements anyway. He said, I had to do it with gloves and a mask on, and it was so hot. And I said, oh my goodness, if we're still wearing gloves and masks in the summer, you're just going to expire. I think I'll just stick that down there, because it's just there, and why not? Now let's grab my glue books, my glue piece over here. Okay, now, so I am going very, I've been going very beige lately, haven't I? Not yesterday, not as much, but today I'm going to be very beige. That's just what it reminds me of. I'm just going to, maybe I'll stick it down there. No, I think I like it across there. Go with my original idea. Just try not to get too many creases in it. Okay, isn't that nice? I like the way it's so transparent. And I need to stick that down. Everything needs to be stuck down. Okay. So this is my interpretation of the song. It might be totally weird. Could be totally weird. But this is how it is. Now, the next thing, so I think I've done that. So let's put all of these. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. I hope you don't mind. Just because otherwise, you know, I get into a confused way because I can't find anything. I should stick that little lonely piece down so it's not, and I might stick this little lonely piece down as well. They could very well be covered up, who knows? We don't know. We don't know where it's going to take me. Didn't use any of those. I wasn't going for colour, so that's good. But I didn't use any of those. I put those away. Put that one up there. Okay. Next. So I'm going to stick those two down. Don't need those. Oh, there's another piece. Okay. So I'll put some glue on here. Where am I going to stick this? There. Or will I stick it up there? No, I'll stick it up there. Okay. What is that noise? Oh, okay. No, I thought someone was screaming. I'll stick that there. So you could prepare a whole lot of these bases if you knew what I was doing. Oh, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing either. Okay, then I've still got to stitch those. So, oh, I did I photograph those? Oh, I have to publish 2 days of things on Instagram too. I forget. And I fall behind. So I'm going to glue this down. So here comes the lace, guys. Ooh, I like it. I wasn't quite sure, but the first piece I like. So I'm going to grab my Giotto glue because this is Giotto. There, Giotto stick. It's an Italian brand, I think, and it's very good for gluing down quickly fabric. The Pritt stick will do it as well, but not. I think this one's more permanent. It's better. Grab another piece. Oh, this is nice lace. I've got more of it, I think. So I do now. I've got a big mess of lace on my table, so I really do need to start using it up a bit. So I hope, Rhonda, this is okay. This is. If I had leather, if I'd had a nice piece of leather, do you know what I would have made? A lovely journal cover with the leather. That's what I would have done, but I don't have any leather. I could have done faux leather, but I think I've seen people make faux leather, but it looks like quite a laborious and long process, and it's not really something that I'm into. So I have to, with all the way I interpret things, it has to stay true to what I like doing. I think it has to just be my interpretation of it. Might not be 100% of what someone was expecting. Like, you know, some people were disappointed I didn't go overly gothic. Well, I do have to stay true to what I like. Stick that there. Okay, so the lace is just going to go here and there. I'm just going to grab all different bits of lacy bits. I don't want it to be too chunky. That's about as chunky as it goes. This is a very nice piece of lace. If it were ironed, it's a very nice. I hope I'm on screen. Oh yes, I am. Just I better, because I tidied up. I reorganized a bit, and I've got all this space all the way over there now, so I could very well end off, let's call it La La Land. I think I'll put that there. Maybe I'll put it that way, change direction. Giving what maybe there. Yes. So the nice thing about the lace is you're kind of covering up, but you can also see. And I'm going to be cutting this piece up. That's going to be the next step. So you want to make sure, you know, each bit that you cut up is going to have a little piece of lace on it. But I also don't want to go too frou-frou. It's kind of like making a masterboard, isn't it? But it's got a mix of textile and paper. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got heaps. It's not like we're lacking for lace. Do I want to put something like that anywhere? Maybe there, a little piece. Oh, those kids, they run around. I go to bed, and literally they're not in bed yet. It's about, you know, well, I don't go to sleep until like 12:30 or something, but lately I've been I stay a little bit with Stevie, and then I go to bed and I watch things that I like watching, because he likes watching things that I don't like. It's a bit scary sometimes, so I might go and watch, you know, I'll go and watch a bit of YouTube or stuff like that, or maybe MasterChef Australia or those sorts of things. I don't like watching MasterChef if I didn't have very much dinner, because then I'm hungry and then I go to sleep hungry, and I don't like that. But if I'm not hungry, I'll watch it. Does that sound weird? I've already got that one, so I won't use that one again. Yeah, so I can't remember what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh, there's a nice bit. I like that bit. It's a nice flat bit. So I don't want too much more, but a little bit. Can't remember. Oh, well. I was going to tell you something, or maybe I already told you. I'll watch back and I'll remember, and it'll be too late. And the other bits in here to use up in this little messy bag. I mean, you empty it out and then it fills up again. Put that there. And I need one more piece, I think. Maybe not. No, maybe not. Maybe we'll make do. So let me just fluff that mess up there out of the way. Off you go, out of the way. Well, here's a piece. Maybe we'll have a piece of this. No, that's it. Okay. So I've just covered that. I don't want those scissors. I want these scissors. So basically what I thought I would do, might not work. Well, I won't publish it if it doesn't work. I'm going to cut this. So depending on the shape of your heart, I think I like to cut a rectangle. Actually, I'm going to cut that all the way down. It's a little bit wet. Ideally, you would let it dry before you cut it. Okay. Now, I normally do this with fabric, but I'm hoping it'll work with the paper. So, or you can cut a square or a rectangle. If you cut a rectangle, you'll get a longer shape heart. Now, I don't know if it's going to work. We'll just try. So, fold it in half like this. And then you start here and come around cut it, and then you get a heart. You see, I like that shape, heart. And then if it's not, you know, you fix up the bits that you need to fix up. And there's my heart, and I love that flopping over like that because the song is a love song. And then you've got the negative too that you can use, and we might do something with it. Now I'll show you if it's a little bit more of a square, like I'll just keep that for something else, or I could cut a little heart out of that. So if it's a bit more of a square, you'll get, or it depends how you move your scissors, but so you just start down there at the point, come around, and I move my piece of paper around more than my scissors, and there we go. And there's your heart. So you get a different shape heart. So I think that's pretty cool. And then I keep those. So I might do a big heart. So I'm just going to cut my piece, and I'm going to fold that again in half, like so, without squeezing it too much. I might do it more shallow, a more shallow dip, and around we go. If it's a little bit pointy, see it's a little bit pointy there, you just fix it afterwards, not a problem. Cool. Keep these. This one's a little bit spindly. They're a little bit sticky. I should have, you know, like it would have been good if I let them dry. Yep, this one I'll do a big one. So just hold it together, and around we go. And that way you get to keep both. You get to keep your positive and your negative. So only a little bit of lace got on there, but there's lots on there. Just trying to see what sort of shape I've got going here. Maybe a bit smaller, a few smaller ones. Oops. So these scissors used to be my good fabric cutting scissors, but they're not anymore. So I'll cut that there and get a couple of little ones. I mean, you could do this on sticker paper too, and they could become heart stickers with lace. So that one's a little bit funny there, so I'll just fix it. So I get to keep both. Maybe I'll cut that one out later. I'll leave that one. I'm going to cut a little one out of this one. So I'll just trim it down. I don't need that bit there. And I'll get a little mini one out of this. There we go. There's a little heart. And then, of course, you can, when they're dry, you can stitch around them. And you can do projects with them. So let's just have a think. What would I like to do? Sorry. So for example, we've got this glue book. We could make some sort of tag or something. Just see what I've got floating around here. Maybe glue that down so you could keep it all bay. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I'm starting to feel hungry. I wasn't hungry before. Yep, so they can be stickers. They would actually look really nice with sort of contrasting thread on them too. That there, and then what? Oh, that's it. I don't want to use my originals at the moment. I'll just put those over there. Oh, they're all the originals. They're mixed in with my copies. That's not an original. So I think we'll keep it a bit scripty. Just tear that off. So this can be a journaling card or a pocket. I think I liked this one on here. I would put it there. I want to stitch around it too. I might like to put so here we've got some lace there. No, I don't think I want that. I might like to put a bit of colourful paper underneath. Getting low on that one. I would feel like I would like something blue. Lots of this one. Let's just have a look at a piece of this one. This is Italian paper, but I actually got it in Australia. Yeah, I like that. It's a sticker. I won't use that. I'll just glue on here. Now, I'm going to make this more, that might be too big as a pocket. No, I think I would like it more as a journaling card. Maybe I'd like it that way. No, that way. But I kind of liked it more as a pocket. So I'll be careful not to put too much here in case I have to trim it down, and I might have to trim it down the bottom. So I'll put my heart further up. And because it's a pocket, I can actually, I want to stitch around the heart, but I can actually stitch around it attached to the pocket, if you know what I mean. I'll wait for it to dry. I'm going to put that there, further up I said. And then I was thinking you could put something on it. So where's my ephemera folder? Okay. No, something like, I think I was thinking of a butterfly or something. Oh, that's not bad. Not a bad idea. That one. Or a smaller one, and then a few small ones here. And I could come over here . I think I liked the big one coming sort of off, so I would have to stitch, I'd have to stitch that first. What other things are there? Yeah, I think I like that the best. So I don't have any contrasting thread in my machine. So what I'll do is I'll pause the video, sort that out, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I am back. I stitched around all the hearts and I stuck this one down and added the butterfly. So that will be a pocket. I might have to trim it down depending on the journal that I'm going to put it in. This one I glued onto the remaining piece that I hadn't cut up, and I really like that. So I've got a very neutral looking tag, and I'll back that with something. And yep, I stitched around the heart before and then just attached it. This one I attached another little heart to a little bit leftover piece, and we're going to use that in something. I just had to play around a little bit just to see a few ideas. And then this one I attached the frame, the heart frame, to just a collage. I had a one of these collage pieces of paper here, and I just attached a little bird to that, so we've got a little tag there, and I need to stitch around them. And then I was thinking that these would be very nice on those leftover scraps of scrapbooking paper. So for example, I've got this beautiful piece by Stamperia, and I might cut it down about that wide. That's a fairly standard, maybe a little bit bigger just in case, so I can adapt it to any sort of journal. And this could be a pocket, so I would trim it down a little bit probably. But I thought that frame would be super nice on there, because you get to keep, I think I like it more over there, so I'm going to glue that there. I'm just going to trim this down because it's too big. I've also cut hearts the same way before. I think I showed it quite a while ago, in my 100-day project. I don't know what day it was, last year, and I made heart cards, and I think I showed that then. I made gift cards, so that's going to go there. So let me I'm going to glue it down again with my PVA just to make sure. So a good way to recycle all your little bits and pieces, little bits of lace, and I used a scrap magazine piece. As my base, so that got recycled, and then I'm recycling also my scrapbooking paper, so that's going to go there. Let me just showing you a few different ideas. This is the best I could come up with, being inspired by a song. And I mean, as I said, if I had some leather, I would have made a leather and lace journal cover. That's what I would have done, but I don't have any, so I couldn't do that. Oh, I can't cut it. It's better. Okay, so that's that. I don't know if I want to go over the top and add anything else, do I? I don't think so. Don't mind that. I don't know, I'm not in a very decorating mood today. I'm just finding the decorating hard. I quite like that one. I feel like I need to, I'll really just cut out a whole lot of butterflies for me. I bet you there's a butterfly I like. Oh yes. It's from our butterfly kit. I put a little butterfly in there. No, I don't know. I'm not in a very decorating mood, as I said. Probably overdid it yesterday. I worked a lot yesterday. I don't want to go, oh, I don't mind the bigger butterfly. I just like to break up the shape. I think I like that butterfly. I think I do. I think I'm going to glue it down. I'm just going to go with it. Oh, I needed to get another glue. Oh, well, I'll just use my Giotto glue. Yeah, sometimes I just like to have something coming out of the shape. You know, like sometimes when I put the lace that's overhanging, or, you know, the fabric or lace or whatever, I just sometimes don't like, I like things to not be uniform. And somewhere, oh, here they are. I'm wondering if I might like one of, not Wendy's, Tina's number labels. I do like those. I haven't used them for a while. Just trimming it over my garbage bin. Half of it's falling on the floor as per usual. Okay. Yep, that's it. Got it. That makes me happy. Oh, I'm feeling better now. So I did actually record doing the other things, a second part, but I wasn't happy with it. I wanted to do, yeah, I wasn't 100% happy with it. I prefer just to show you these. I mean, that's easy. I just stuck that on there. I didn't do anything flashy or anything like that. I mean, you could add a butterfly or something. Could be nice in there. I can't remember if I mentioned this in the first video or the second video, but you could. I like that now. I'm feeling happier about it. You could also, let me see if this is interesting enough. You could also do your collage on sticker paper, and then you'd have heart stickers. That could be cool. This one, for example, I could glue some vellum behind, and I could have a little heart pocket if I wanted to. Could do that. That one's quite plain. And then I've got this one here that I thought was cute, but let's see what other scrapbooking papers I've got. Green. Just looking for something that would be a nice sort of tag. I think I should quit while I'm ahead. Put that up there. I don't know. I think I'm not in the mood for crafting today. Is that at all possible, that I could not be in the mood for crafting today? I like it on there. So that could be a nice tuck. Just put that on there and have a nice tuck. Put it up a little bit high. I do like that. Oh, I quite like that. Maybe bring it down a little bit and have that, yes. Okay, well, that's a good way to use up that one. I need to use this glue because it's quite thick. And when it's dry, I might decide to stitch around the paper, the rectangle paper that the heart is stitched onto, but for the moment I won't because the glue will be wet. Just grab this. So quite a nice thing to do, and just have them, maybe do a few and then just have them there sort of ready. And I mean, you could go more colourful than what I did. I just felt very beige today. I'm feeling beige. That's what I'm feeling like, very beige. I think I'm going to put the butterfly there. No sooner do you cut them, you use them. To print up another lot. I've already used, I think pretty much already used a whole sheet of these. I like that. And see, that will be really nice just stuck in a book as a tuck. And I might decide, I might come across the perfect flower and put a flower down there. I might decide to put a label or something, but yeah, for the moment I'm going to leave it like that, because, you know, when in doubt, just do a little bit, and then when you go to use it, something will come to mind, something else. And I'm just seeing what else there is in here that could be of any use. That's always a good bit. Certainly not lacking for scrapbooking paper, am I? Just pull a few bits out. I don't have that many hearts to use because I've used a lot of them now, haven't I? Okay. So we've got this here, which is a good size for a pocket. Whoops. And I don't mind that. think what's getting me with this flower is it's quite small, but it's got a lot of white in it, and I'm not enjoying the white. I'm just not enjoying it, but I quite like that there. And that would be a nice size pocket for something. And then what else do we have? We've got this heart. Oh, I like that. It's very simple, but I like it. You could actually, I'm being very lazy. Being very lazy. I could see over here. What papers do I have over here? I'm not going to use that. I could use that. That's for gluing that one. It's a bit of rubbish. Oh, that's original. I'm going to tear up that one. Oh, I've changed my mind. No, not changing my mind. I'm just looking for a little piece of something. I like those colours together. Like maybe just a little bit of, and again, I would probably keep this as a tuck. Yeah, I think I'm going to just put a little bit of something behind it, just to fill in a little bit of the space. Just looking for, oh, you know what I might like there is a bit of book page. I certainly won't win a prize today for knowing what I want. Okay, yep, needed a little bit of something behind it. So I'll glue the heart down. I think I'll use again this glue. And again, I would leave myself with the option of this, or it can become a tag and you can add something else, or it could be just a nice little simple tuck spot. I think I will prepare another collage page with the hearts and just have them cut and put them in the embellishment folder ready to go. I think that's quite cute. I'm quite happy with that. I like those. Feeling happier now. I wasn't so happy before. I had to go away. And have a piece of chocolate. That's what I did. Went away and had, oh, I quite like that. And there you go. I found a home for the flower that I keep picking up. Oh, dearie me. And I've nearly ripped its leaf off. Put that, I will snip. I'm going to snip that off anyway. There you go. Oh, look. That can come off. Off with its leaf. Not just the birds chopping off their feet and their tails, but I'm chopping off the leaves as well. And then I had my little book over here, Oh, I like that now. See, just take a break when it's not coming to you. When you're feeling frustrated, you take a little break and you come back and things start to move. So, right like that. Oh, there we go. That's it. Got it. Oh, I'm glad I decided to delete the second half. I did 2 videos. This is my third. So the first half is, okay, you saw me preparing the base. And then I went away and stitched these because I had to change my thread and I didn't want to waste your time doing that. And then I came back and I had some projects done because I deleted that video. And now it's working better for me now. I'm much happier with it. So I also still have this one. Oh, I still have this one. So I'm just wondering, I've got this nice big frame. It could be good. Now remember, they've been hand cut, so they're kind of crooked, so you might have to straighten them. And they were hand cut, you know, without sort of any idea where they were going either. And I think this would be could be very nice for a big journaling card. But I feel like I'd probably like to put like a pretty paper under there. Now that's very pretty. Oh yes, that's nice. This would be a very nice big pocket. But no, I'm not going to do it as a pocket. I'm just going to glue it on there. So I'm going to get my PVA glue. Better get it down to that point there. So yeah, as I mentioned, if the border of these negative ones is wide enough, you can absolutely glue in some vellum or some acetate and make it a window pocket. That was a tough suggestion, Rhonda. Tough one, the song. Especially because I didn't have, as I said, for the millionth time, I didn't have any leather. And I can't just go out and get some either. Nope. Okay, let me grab my little card. So I mentioned I had been organising this morning. So I did a bit of reorganisation. What I've done is I needed a few more of those lovely those drawers. Oh, I quite like this one. You see, I think I might have found a home, but I feel like I need to cut it a bit more because there are just some bits. I'm just not so happy with all of the start. I need to cut it a bit better if you can stand it. Yeah, so I bought some more of those acrylic sort of clear makeup drawers. Well, only one's arrived. I've got 2 more coming because I still had a few stamps I haven't put away, so I got a few more of those. And then I thought, well, I had that lovely, I don't know if you saw my video where I showed my messy craft room and my tidy craft room. Well, it's kind of it's in between now. It's not quite as messy as it was that day, but it's not as tidy as it was either in the after video. But anyway, I'm digressing off what I was trying to say. I had some wooden drawers in front of me and they're very pretty, but what I've done is I've moved them over just behind me on my shelves where I had all my tins. And because I saw someone else's video and those IKEA shelves that I have up on my shelf in front of me, I realized that you can put the shelves at different heights. Like you can start them up higher and then you gain space underneath it. And so I've done that and I've put all my tins there because the tins have things in them that I use, like, you know, paper clips and stuff like that. And so yeah, I've sort of sorted that out, and I moved the wooden drawers over where the tins were. Now I've got the clear makeup ones in front of me, and it's much tidier. I think it's going to be much better. And in actual fact, I've also got these containers of lace here, right, you know, that my go-to laces right next to me, and they really crowd me. They really, even though I, you know, tidy them up, they really get in my way. So I'm thinking they could go up in the new space I've created in the shelf, on the shelf in front of me, which would be good. So I think I might have a go at tidying those up and doing that. So it makes me feel better if I've got more space around me. I'm going to snip off a few of the leaves where I can't get into the white there. It was just too much of it. And in here I can cut better. I can actually slip in there and cut some of this out. I mean, here I was yesterday trying to be organised, have these things all pre-cut, and I hadn't done a very good job at cutting. It was a very messy job with this one. That's better. Although I can't get in there. I'd have to, you know, stab it. We'll see how we go. Very noisy car driving up the drive there. Yep, very happy that I decided to redo my second part. It was actually causing me anxiety that I wasn't happy with what I'd done. I'm going to snip that bit off. I just snip off bits that get in my way. And well, you guys know that I snip off the bits of the birds that are in the way. Okay, let's see. Now that's a very large expanse. I can cut in between there. There we go. It's a very large expanse of white that we don't want. It's a very fussy flower to fussy cut, this one. I'm going to snip those leaves off too, they're in my way. It was feeling heavy to me, that's what it was, with all that, those extra bits in there. That's better. I still don't like those bits up there, so I can, here I can go in between the flowers and without, because it's quite small, so stabbing into those bits is not that easy to, you know, sort of cut them out. But I can't go in there. I'll just have to leave them. No, I don't like it. Okay, look, this is what I mean. Like, it needed to be done before. Oops, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'll just twist it. I'll stab my finger. Oh, ow. Okay. Got it. Eesh. See, make a mess. I'll just lose the leaf. That'll make my life easier if I lose the leaf. There we go. Oh dear. Just come off. This is pure determination to use this flower. Probably would have taken me, as you guys all know, it would have taken me just as long to go and search for one that I wanted. So I might as well just use what I had. I think maybe I'll just stab into my rubber mat. That would be better without stabbing my finger. Oh, that's so much. What a good idea. And you can't even see that I made a hole in my mat. Now, it won't be fun gluing this. Will not be fun with all these holes everywhere. You've never seen me take so much care cutting. There we go. Done. Now I'm happier with it. Okay. Where's my glue gone? Oh, it's over there, hiding from me. Okay, be careful gluing. No pulling too hard. because this is not a mushy glue, so sometimes you have to press harder to get it to come off, but I did it. Okay, there we go, it's going, and it finally found a home 3 videos later. And it's crooked. It's crooked in its new home. There we go. Oh, I like that now. What I will do is just put a little bit of glue under that. And then what else? What else? What else? I think we can have a little butterfly somewhere. Maybe a blue one. Oh yes, let's put the blue butterfly. So just glue down your heart and then pretend like it's all one background. And glue things as you normally would. Okay. Now I'm happy with it. And this was going to be a journaling card, but I feel like I might prefer to snip it. I like these big wide tags. I just like them. And I'll have to back it with something. I'll do that off camera. That'll be backed with something. And then it will, yeah, I think I'll just stitch around it. Put a little tab on it. And I'm just wondering if I would like, where did my Tracy, got little Tracy label folder go here? Don't know, I might like one of these, who knows? Now that they're all sorted, you see, I would put it over to the side like that, or down there if I were to, or otherwise I've got these that I could just put that one there. Maybe I want to go with a red. Let's see. Just cut this one out. Now, I did say I was cutting it into my garbage bin, but that's not actually true because I've got things on top of my garbage bin. So it's just bouncing off the things on my garbage bin and flopping onto the floor, which is fine. I'm going to do a big sweep in a minute and I'm going to mop the floors, I think, today. Yes, that's going to be it. Or do I prefer? I kind of like it down there, but I feel like I need something more up there. I think I'll put it up there, even though my preferable spot is down there. Oh, so much happier now. Does that happen to anybody else? Like, do you ever just do things and then you're not satisfied with what you've done, and then, oh, and it just makes you feel like I just get anxiety in it when I'm not happy with my project. I don't know if I'll do this one, but let's just see. If anything grabs me straight away, I will. If not, I'll leave it. I'll put it in the too hard box and for another day. Because we've done quite a bit now that I'm happy. See, I've still got 3 bits left to use. But I'm not sure whether I'm going to do anything with them. I could put that on there. That was just floating about, wasn't it? That could go on there. That could go there. Definitely needs something because it's very plain up there. Heaven forbid should we have anything plain. We don't want anything. Oh, it's quite pretty. See, that needs stitching around it. So no, I won't do that one. I think I'll stop now because I don't want to push my luck. We're pushing my luck. Absolutely pushing my luck today. It's just not happening. You challenged me, Rhonda. I wonder if you're going to challenge Sarah. Sarah is, I'm just always in awe of my sister. I think she's amazing, as is my mum. My mum in the stitching department. And, well, actually, when she put her hand to painting many years ago, she was good at that too, but she doesn't. She says she's not, but we all thought her paintings were amazing. So, yeah, I'm sure Sarah will do something wonderful and different. Okay, so I'll show you what I've done, and then I'm going to let you go. You can go and do your own, and then you can tell me how you went and any great ideas that come to mind. So I did love the whole process of it. collaging the page and cutting the hearts out because it's fun, because you just don't know what you're going to get. So everything's different. I mean, you could back that, and that could be just cute, slipped in a little pocket. So this is going to be a tuck, and then this is going to be a tuck as well. This one might get something else put on it. I'm not sure. I haven't decided. I really, really like how that one turned out. Oh, I didn't stitch around that one. I could still do that. I would start here, stitch around, and then there, and go to there. I really like that one. It helps with the pretty paper behind. And then this is the other scrapbooking page one I've done. And I'm actually really happy with that one as well. So you kind of, you get a little bit of shape in there. You can see the pretty scrapbooking paper behind. You've got some nice texture and a flower and a butterfly. And then I love this. This is tone on tone. Really love that. That's got to be stitched and have a backing on it. I did like this one too. I think what I really like, I like the texture, and I did like the purple and the brown together. And then this was the first one when I really wasn't feeling it. It's okay. I might do something else to it. I'm not 100% satisfied with this one. I do like it, but I think I need to trim it down and get some stitching on it and do something else. So that is my project for today. Thank you, Rhonda, for challenging me. I'll be curious to see how you guys say, whether it's going to be a challenge for you too. You might have some leather. Leather would have been good. That's a very pretty piece. I'm going to keep that. Don't know what I'll do with it, but it's pretty. Yep, so thank you very much, everybody, for putting up with me and my indecision today and faffing about. And I will see you again soon. Bye.